Let's play Human Returns, play Sonic Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 1 Part 5. We are here in the E.G.G Station, or Egg Station, whatever you prefer calling it, and we're going to do something a little bit different that hasn't happened very often, or not at all in the Sonic series. We are going to fight every boss fight that we have in the entire game, and that's what the E.G.G, as well as a fifth boss fight. That's what the E.G.G Station will compile of. We'll fight all four boss fights. You know, the Eggmobile with the Wrecking Ball, the Eggmobile, the Catcher Eggman, and the Flying Eggman. But they will all have different elements to them. You saw that it only took 4 hits to knock out the Wrecking Ball Robotnik, or the Wrecking Ball Eggmobile, as well as the platforms moved up and down, which didn't happen either time in the first time. Here, I killed him a little bit too quickly, but you saw it only took 2 hits for him to raise up off the ground, and then 3 hits to make him turn on his electricity. This door won't open immediately. You have to get off. You have to scroll over to the left, or walk over to the left for it to open up. But once he turns on his electricity, once his pincers start coursing with electricity, he will then the spikes where he would drop you on, that's right underneath the flippers, will open up. It will stay open until you can destroy him again, which makes it a little bit more difficult. Well, now here, the only difference is that he will start with the most hardest formation. Oh crap! There we go. Oh crud! He will start with the most hardest patterns, the most difficult ones, and that's all he'll do. He won't do any of the easy ones. Okay. This is the one that I like to do a lot of the time. But you can see that is actually classified as one of the harder ones. But once you get used to it, it isn't that difficult. It's just whenever they go to the wrong side, that's when it gives you trouble. Now, if you can trap him up in a corner like this, no matter which, if it's the regular version, the Lost Labyrinth version, or this version, you can definitely help make life a lot easier. Something that is a little strange, though, you do not actually fight this. Oh crap! Sorry about the frame drops. Alright, anyway, so again, sorry about the frame rates, the frame drop anyway. So here we are fighting the Flying Eggman. The differences here, again, will be that he only takes 4 hits instead of 8. And he will have 3 new types of drops. He will drop a spiked ball, which you see there, a blue, super fast bouncing Robotnik ship, and a big orangish tan one there, which he will drop, which is very hard to miss. The blue one isn't that bad to miss, and neither is the big orange one. It's just timing, which you can dodge a lot of these balloons just by jumping. That will help you out in the long run. So if you notice the background, the world, when you're going through the tubes and everything, this game came out in 2010. It was made during 2010, 2 years after Sonic Unleashed. And surprisingly, they didn't use any of the continents from the Sonic Unleashed Earth. So that kind of says, well, is this supposed to be a different Earth than the real world Earth? Or, we don't know. But anyway, so... crap, give me a second. Sorry about the frame thing again. Alright, well, sorry about the cut. As I was saying, I really don't even remember exactly what I was saying. But here we are with the egg. This looks a lot like the Death Egg Robo boss fight from Sonic 2, but in fact, it's actually classified as the Mecha Eggman, believe it or not. Even though it looks and acts the same as the Death Egg Robo boss fight from Sonic the Hedgehog 2. It does all the same moves. It does pretty much everything except I don't believe it drops the little Robotnik bombs that it does if you get behind the Death Egg Robo in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. It will drop little Robotnik bombs behind you, or behind it, and it
this has 2 phases instead of that one having 1, and this one on its initial phase takes 15 hits. You can see what it does once it does its 15th. When you take its 15th hit, it will go berserk, and then it will begin to skip from one side of the screen to the other, depending on where you actually make it go berserk at. And then it will proceed to try to stomp on you from the air, flatten you from the air, which all you have to do is just get from one side of the screen to the other, or stay on one extreme side, and then you can see it'll shoot off an arm rocket. The phase 1 also will shoot arm rockets at you sometimes, but that's kind of random, and the whole boss fight's random with what it does. But now you can see here it was covered in electricity. That means we could not actually damage it. Once it's electrified, you cannot actually damage it in any way. You have to wait for the arm rocket to land and then damage it. All you have to do is jump on it 3 times. You can use the homing attack, but I find it easier just to jump, dash on top of it. Obviously, you want to try to get it as close, the arm rocket to land as close to the Death Egg Robo as you can, because you can damage it up to 5 times. I've only been able to consistently do it 4 times. Now you can see once you hit it enough times, I believe 8 hits, it will then shoot lasers at you as well, to go along with the arm rocket. Well, it'll also shoot lasers as it skips. It's kind of random what it does. There will never be 2 fights the exact same. So that's what makes this boss fight fun and also unpredictable and challenging in that way, because it's so unpredictable. And once you hit it enough times, it'll also shoot off a laser. I don't believe I've actually hit it enough. Yep. Okay. So there is the laser. All you have to do is just dodge the stuff that's hitting the ground, and that's it. That's all you got to do. Now you can see the arm rockets will drop faster, so you have to be on your toes a lot more just to be able to hit it. But if you do, obviously, as you notice there, once you hit the arm rocket, it will then it will cancel out any attack that the Death Egg Robo is doing. Those little fireballs are not that difficult to miss. The only thing is when it shoots off an arm rocket and then you have to dodge between them. Oh wow, I didn't think it would actually do that many. And then there goes the laser. Now you have to hit this 12 times, and you see I have exceeded my limit for hits. It will then go up in the air one more time, and it will randomly land. You have to be close enough to it to... Okay. Oh crap. Okay, so now you can see... Yeah, I'm screwed. If you have to jump, or you'll get stunned. If you get stunned, you won't be able to make it at all. And that's why you have to be right by the landing, but you also have to have rings going in there, and I really can't. Not able to pay attention because I've also got to watch out for my capture to make sure that my capture card's still capturing. Oh crap! No, don't die. That's pretty much how this has went for me while trying to record this. What should take me about 10-15 minutes is actually taking me about 4 hours trying to deal with my capture cards BS. But anyway, I'll get it done. I even, on a previous recording, I actually finished the game and I went through the credits and everything. But just as I was going to the credits, the capture messed up and all of the footage was lost, so I was unable to show it off. You can see here we go, 15 more hits, and it goes berserk once again. While it's skipping, you can either use the light speed dash, the spin dash to dodge around it. Where'd that ring go? Oh crap! Give me the damn it. You can either do that, or you can just duck underneath the foot. I find ducking is a little bit easier than using the spin dash, but the spin dash can actually be pretty effective if you can get the timing down right. But since I don't have any rings, I'm pretty sure I'm going to die, so don't take this run seriously. But again, you just want to make sure that you get the arm close enough so that you can do 4 hit points without worrying about it at all. Now, whichever side of the screen you go to is totally up to you, but I find it easier to make the robot land on the right side and then just head to the left side. That's a lot easier for me, but there is no one set in stone way how to do this. It's just it's just player preference. Now you can see you can use the homing attack while doing this, or while attacking the arm, or you can also, oh crap, or you can use the jump dash, or not the jump dash, but the jumping attack. I find the jumping attack to be a little bit easier than the homing attack, because if you use the homing attack, you get bounced a pretty good distance away from it, and that will throw off your timing and everything, especially once you're trying to if you're trying to get it close to the, where'd that thing go? Oh crap! If you're trying to get the arm close to the body, which I always suggest you do. Yeah, okay, so you can hear the klaxon, the warning things going off. And you can see here all you have to do is just jump to avoid being stunned, use the homing attack. Well, yeah, I guess you have to use the homing attack to use that final hit, and then you're done. That's it. That's the final stage. Time bonus, I'll even gain a life from it too. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure if that's a continue or a life. I'm not 100% sure. That may be a continue, but we'll find out together in the wrap-up video. Alright, so here what you have to do is you have to collect, there are 18 rings total that you have to collect. If you collect them all, Sonic will do, well, there are 3 poses that Sonic can do. This pose, if you don't collect under half the rings, if you collect half the rings, he'll do the waiting, the zone clear thing, and then he'll do another one, I believe, which is reminiscent of Sonic 3. Something should flash up there just to tell you whether it is or isn't. I don't remember exactly right off the top of my head. But anyway, that's the game. That's it's a digital download game, so you really can't expect it to be too awful long. Most digital download games are, in general, pretty short games. The first time I actually played this game, I thought it was disappointingly short. I beat the game in nearly an hour, a little over an hour. Of actual gameplay, I believe I was under an hour, but actual sitting time and playing the game is a little bit over an hour. But I enjoyed the game immensely. Lost Labyrinth did give me a little bit of trouble. The final boss fight did give me a lot of trouble, but once you figure out the gimmicks in both Lost Labyrinth, the entire Lost Labyrinth zone, and the boss fight, the Mecha Robotnik boss fights, very easy. You don't have to worry about a thing past that, and it's pretty good for new players. This is definitely not a go-to game to learn about the Sonic series by any stretch of the imagination, but for the 2D games, I would say it's pretty good. This is definitely a lot easier than the old Genesis and Mega Drive 2D games, but it's still a pretty good game. I really do enjoy it. I like the music is very good. I like the zones that they picked out. They seem to take something from both Sonic 1 and 2. You can say Mad Gear would be Metropolis Zone. The first zone, I can't remember it right off the top of my head. That would be a mixture of both Emerald Hill and Green Hill Zone, and maybe a little bit of Angel Island thrown in there. Casino Street Zone would definitely be Casino Night Zone, and a little bit of Carnival Night Zone with the cannons thrown in there. Lost Labyrinth would be a little bit of Scrap Brain and the Water Zone from Sonic 1, as well as Aquatic Ruin Zone mixed in there. I really did enjoy that. I thought that was a nice touch for them to take so many elements from different games and add them in together. But okay, sorry I got in the video here. Thanks for watching. Alright, I do apologize for that awkward cut. As you notice, if you do notice, I did kind of back the credit. I had to redo the credits, obviously, but I wanted to back them up with just a little bit, just to talk a few things more about the game. I've already talked about the elements in the game, the gimmicks and everything. Just pretty much the elements that they took from other levels in the Sonic games. The music, can't say enough about the music. Just the Lost Labyrinth and Mad Gear is definitely my 2 favorite pieces of music in this game, the level themes, I guess you could say. Robotnik's theme's okay. It isn't the best, but it's definitely okay. You know, I definitely enjoyed it. Some areas it kind of sounds a little bit too carnival-ish, I guess you could say, for my tastes, but all in all, it's a really good theme. I really do enjoy it. The game as well. The enemies, you know, they're the classic enemies. You know, Motobug, Buzzer. Let me see, Jaws, Bubbles, and the Red Bubbles, which was added in Sonic 4. Chopper, Jaws, Batbot, Burrowbot, Orbinaut, both kinds, Shellcracker and Slicer, you know. Okay, so this, what happens, if you get all 7 Chaos Emeralds, you can see Sonic running, and then Robotnik will sit here and laugh, kind of saying, you know, well, hey, you didn't defeat me, and then you can see the silhouette of Metal Sonic, obviously, and then it'll say to be continued. If you don't get all the Chaos Emeralds, it will just be, I think, Sonic in his waiting pose or something like that, or his, where he kind of like puts his hands on his hips and looks at the screen, and then you'll see Robotnik laughing for a few, I would say about a minute, minute and a half, and then it'll say, try again on the bottom, and it'll tell you, a message will pop up that says, hey, go after all the Chaos Emeralds. And, anyway, so I just decided to I would go ahead and show that off. But anyway, so I thank you for watching the challenge of the video is how many hits did it take, well, how many times did I hit Eggman in the entire E.G.G Station? Each boss fight, how many times did I hit them? Even the times when I didn't actually do any damage to them, and the times I did do damage to them, both of those. How many times did I hit Robotnik in the entire E.G.G Station? Well, thanks for watching. Part 6 will be the wrap-up video. It won't be very long. I'll try to keep it short. There isn't a whole lot to show off. I've already showed off the help in the options menu. Next will be the leaderboards and everything, but I'll talk more about that then. So, anyway, thank you for watching. Until next time.